everybody, and welcome to the Biggles break. This time I actually hit go live, so we are actually live. I am joined by two people here today. One of my favorite people, Teresa Miss Mart Muses, and Animaniacs. So I'm going to let Animaniacs explain who he is to you that do not know who he is. So go for it.
So I am Animaniacs. I specialize in anime podcast as well as anime merch with our own website, animaniacs.com. You can find us on all socials at Animaniacs. We have worked with several people inside of your community, including Cannoli Sasquatch and Vex Electronica, and quite a few others. And I'm just constantly around, but always busy. So I'm actually surprised I was able to reach this, be able to join on this live stream. So thank you for having me.
Well, I'm glad you are here. And then Miss Martin Muses. Now, for those of you that don't know, I've been on her channel a lot where I bitched about Snow White in Once Upon a Time. Worst character of all time. So go ahead, Teresa. Tell them all who you are. They should know.
Yes. Well, I'm Miss Martin Muses, where I talk about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, and just really ticks me off. But someone who does not tick me off is the one, the only Biggles. Congratulations on getting 300, and we're gonna get this man to 500 and watch hours too, everyone. So be sure to watch all his stuff early and often. So, how many watch hours do you need?
Watch hours. I think I'm halfway there to the 3,000 that you need.
Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
at like 1,500 already.
So already moving. Yeah.
So luckily we're getting the watch hours, but the month of February has been my best one. I didn't think I would hit 300 this fast. I was at 260 like 2 weeks ago. And the month of February got me 41 new subscribers and 15,000 views. And it's all because I started covering Relink or Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which is like a kind of like a RPG kind of game where you're playing as anime characters. And I did a video on where to go farm some stuff, and it took off, and everybody started joining. So I got my two biggest videos. My baseball video has been dethroned. I have one that's almost at 5K views now. And then I have one that I think just hit 4K today. So we have two big videos that are going on how to farm on that game. And then Unicorn Overlord, which is like a Vanillaware game from the publisher Atlas. So that is actually one game that I'll be playing a lot that comes out here on the 8th. So I started doing videos on that, and more people watched that, and more people subscribed. So it's just crazy to think that just picking like a random game that I'm playing and being like, okay, this game's really confusing. Let me explain some stuff. And it just blows up. And now there's a whole bunch of new people that follow my channel. And I did a little community post, so hopefully I get to see some of them in the chat today. And I get to meet them as well as hang out with you guys.
Sure. Well, you're completely lying. You only got all these things because you must have been starting to hand out free mocaine or something that rhymes with that.
Oh yeah, we do that too.
I have to let people know. Like, I'm enjoying, and this is what you get for Biggles. No, all teasing aside, that's pretty friggin' amazing. So I guess keep it up, but keep riding that wave. I
ended up
no
making
idea about
like
anime and stuff, but that's okay. We're
Wait,
happy
what?
people.
Yeah, she doesn't know anything about anime as far as I know.
Oh no, it's fine and stuff. No, as I said in your tweet about it and stuff, I'm proud of you and stuff. You never know what's gonna hit. I used to have an old channel called Virtual Gaming World. One of my most popular videos, which I was trying to say, was in the original Final Fantasy VII, you needed to get a golden chocobo because you needed it to go over mountains and over the ocean in order to get Knights of the Round. But in order to get it, it was very hard. You had to breed and race all the time. So I did a tutorial on how to actually get the golden chocobo without racing, and I thought nothing of it, and that became my number one go-to. I think one of the keys though is I started doing evergreen. I call it evergreen content. I don't know what other people call it. I don't care about the initial views. What I care about is, will it last? If 10 years from now, would someone still be searching for this particular subject? And with what you designed, with that particular guide, you created evergreen content. So if someone is looking how to do that, it's still going to be relevant 10 years from now as it is today. So I think you hit the golden little ratio right there.
Yeah, I actually have a video that gets like maybe like 5 views a month, and I think it's almost at 3K. But it was like how to perfectly set up your character in the Goblin Slayer TRPG, because it goes over
Goblin
like
Slayer has an RPG.
Yeah, it has a TRPG because the whole game or the whole show is based on the Four Cornered World, which is a D&D world. So like they always say like Goblin Slayer ignores the faith of the gods with his rolls, right? Or something like that. So the whole that has a whole TRPG that has all the systems. So like I use that for more lore for Goblin Slayer than all my mangas and that I have for Goblin Slayer. So it's actually probably the funnest version of like a D&D game that I've played. So Teresa, you might actually like that if I show that to you.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Yeah. And I shouldn't say that I don't know anything about anime. The little people in my life, they had me watch Dead Note. Wait. Oh, I'm
Death
getting
Note.
really stupid. Death
Death
Note.
Note.
That's what it was. Yes. And that was cool. I really liked that. I loved the
Although
whole
to be fair,
concept.
Dead Note is not a half bad name. I mean, it's still on brand for what it is. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's and then you probably know of Pokemon, right? Because everyone knows Pokemon, right?
Yes, because I kept having to freaking blankety blank confiscate things from them back in the 90s when I started teaching. They had the little cards that's all they wanted to do, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So people that say that the world ended with the cell phone, no, we had Pokemon cards.
Listen, you leave my Pokemon cards and my Pogs and marbles and stuff out of this, okay?
Yeah, hey,
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, not that I have anything against it, but that's where I know all about Pokemon, and I can definitely appreciate something even if I don't watch it. It's
you can always tell when someone hasn't caught them all.
You will never take my Pokemon cards away from me.
Oh, yes, I will, and I'm gonna sell them on eBay. My gosh, how many do you have?
I have a whole drawer. That's why I'm in a card shop right now.
Listen, you can attack my pride, you can attack my ego, but you may never come after my Pokemon.
Yeah, you'll never get my Pokemon cards. I also have Digimon cards, and then I have one of the Dragon Ball Super cards right here. I have a whole bunch of
digital monsters.
Yeah, I spend most of my time playing card games. I have the My Hero Academia ones from the Universes game right here too. So I do a lot of card stuff as well. But those are just like little videos. Yeah.
What is up with that comment? Is there something I need to know? Is that some sort of inside joke here?
Biggles? Oh no. So hold on. Let me turn off the green screen real quick. Let me see. Can you? Oh wait, hold on. I gotta turn off the filter.
He's just in the void. He turns off the green screen. I'm just in the void. I'm not actually here.
All right. So if you this character has giant ass nipples.
Oh. Okay, it's hard to tell because of the glare. Here. Oh, that's why. Oh, well, I'm really glad that's what they meant because I'm not in the mood to see yours. No offense, but yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, that's. Oh wait, hold on. I got to turn the green back on, so I'm back in my little area. But yeah, that's what they mean by that.
Wow.
It wasn't actually my nipples. It was the character on the card.
Yeah, suddenly everyone's like, well, gotta go now. I didn't know it was one of those kind of streams.
Yeah. It's always one of those streams when I pull out my trading cards. That's the
Wow.
only thing that will get pulled out on the stream. Don't worry, Teresa.
No, it's all right. I don't care. Hey, at this point, it's all good. It's all good. But so now you've been on Kick. So are you on Kick or Kickstarter? Or I forget because
I'm on Kick again now.
Kick again. Okay, wait. I said Kickstarter. No, you're not going to be. You're not fundraising anything right now. Yeah,
No.
For the longest time, everyone was on the other one, and then they got mad, so they came to Kick, which is the new game streaming. And then I guess now you've been doing it on your own channel. So
yeah, I've been doing it on YouTube and Kick at the same time. The reason why we don't use the purple platform, as we like to call it now, is because they'll like hold off your money, so you won't get your money until you hit like $100, and then they'll take like half of it. So it's like whatever.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of shitty. And then they have different rules for different people. So it's not very
And Twitch
friendly.
is known for its favoritism, but let's be real, all these companies take too much of a cut. I started to get our brand name a little bit more out there, which I got like my business cards in today and everything and stuff, but I started selling some things on Whatnot and stuff. And they will claim that they only take 13%, but I already did the math. You want to know the real percentage they take?
What's the real percentage?
33%.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know, 13 and 33 are huge differences. And when it comes to anime, there's a very small profit margin. And I was doing the math. For example, if I was to sell anime figures, 99% of the anime figures that I sell on my site, if I was to sell them for the same price on Whatnot, which they want you to sell for less on Whatnot, but if I was to sell them for the same price on Whatnot, my $9 profit margin, which isn't really that much, would drop to like $1.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm really going to go spend, you know, $300 on some figures to only make like 20. So.
Oh, well, that sucks. Well,
but you live and learn from each site. May I recommend, though, for streaming and stuff, you should also try Rumble. One of the things I've noticed about Rumble is just from personal experience, I've streamed to all the sites. You get a lot more views on Rumble because there's a lot less channels, and it's actually crazy. Vex and I, when we used to work together and stuff, we tried it on Rumble, and we were just testing it out one day, and we got like 10 times the views on Rumble than we did anywhere else, and we just moved our show there.
Yeah, so I've done streaming on Rumble, and it kind of sucks to set up a stream on Rumble. And especially because I'm streaming to multiple places, I have to like constantly change shit on there to get the Rumble to work. And then I think it's like the views on the streams are a lot higher, and then like the videos you don't really get much. And then sometimes it like will post your video, your live stream as a video, and then you have two of your same videos like countering. And I haven't figured out how to read any comments on Rumble without going to each individual video. So
well, with the videos, I agree. You get less video views. Although I do have one, I do have one which I think was hilarious and stuff. That is doing significantly better on Rumble than anywhere else. You are right, though. Generally speaking, the videos do get a lot less views. But I got one video that I uploaded there that on YouTube, I think I've got like 30 views. But on Rumble, it's over 700. And I don't know how that happened, but hey, we'll take it. But you're right, though.
If they do a easier way to stream to Rumble, which supposedly they're working on, I would probably stream on Rumble more. It's just like I'll try to set up a stream in the morning, and it's like, oh, you can't set it for that time. And then if I just set it for the time it is now, and then I try to go live when it's the actual time, the stream will be over already, and I'd have to like start a new one. So it's one of those things where it's not user friendly enough for me to want to go over there just now. But I did my first Rumble stream. I made like $12, which was kind of cool, because people were like, "Welcome to Rumble," and started giving me money. So that was really cool. But other than that, like just setting everything up on Rumble is always like a pain to do. So that's kind of why I stayed away from Rumble.
I know that they were talking about making like a static stream key, similar to like what you would have with Twitch, where
Yeah.
it's the same thing over and over. I don't know if they did that, but I will say, as far as like doing a stream right away, I was able to do that when I set up the 24/7 lo-fi.
Mhm.
So I think they fixed that portion of it. As far as a static thing, I saw something that I think you can do that now, but you have to like hit a few extra things to set it up. I haven't set it up personally though. But you are right. They should make it more user friendly. What I would like to see is, for example, companies like Restream and stuff be able to have embedded support instead of having it as a custom RTMP.
Because Restream is what I use for double streaming.
Oh yeah, well, what I use Restream right now because it's either pay $20 a month with Restream and stuff plus the backend server of my lo-fi, or pay an exorbitant amount on my backend server for my lo-fi channel and stuff. For every additional stream I add, it's like another $20 to $30 and stuff. So it's like I'm already paying them $50 a month. I don't need to be paying, to have 5 streams up. I don't need to be paying like 140. So instead I pay 70 because of Restream. So
yeah, it's a lot better. That's what I do.
I fear change, so I haven't yet looked into Rumble. I know a lot of people speak well of it because of the freer speech perhaps over there. I don't know. I just don't have enough data to know too much about that.
Well, what I know about Rumble is it's Canadian based. So that's about all I know.
Oh.
And people have already tried to attack it for its free speech standing, and it basically said, "Go fuck yourself."
Nice. Well, hopefully they'll be able to keep it up. When you said Canadian, I love Canadians, but maybe not necessarily Canadian things the way they are over there with their free speech. So I'm surprised that they haven't.
I haven't liked Canadian things since I found out what Canadian bacon is.
It's ham.
Exactly.
It's not bacon.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's not bacon.
It's fantastic with an egg, with a egg Benedict. Oh my gosh, you have to do it that way.
Well, it's ham.
Yeah, I love a dose of freedom with my fake bacon.
Yeah, just call it American ham.
American ham.
Why does Canadians have to ruin bacon?
I don't know. Actually, I don't even know why it's called Canadian, because, I mean, nobody has a copyright on it. It's meat, darn it.
That's a good point.
The cows need benefits if they're going to get citizenship, shouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I was about ready to say.
Go ahead.
If you're talking about Canada, I guess cows do get some of the benefits, quote unquote, because the poor little things, they like to help you into the next beyond in Canada lately. So,
yeah, I heard that. Canada's a weird place,
yeah.
and I don't think it's real. It's just America's hat to me. So I want to talk a little bit about video games. Teresa, I know you started playing some video games.
Yes.
So I want to hear about it.
Well, I got an Xbox during the COOF. I don't even know if we're still allowed to say it. And I played, oh my gosh, I played Skyrim nonstop for about 200 years, it felt like. And then I went on to Arkham, the Batman one. Currently, I'm playing The Witcher 3, which is amazing, but I've been playing it for over a year. It's been 18 months because I have to leave it behind when I go to do my caregiving. So
Mhm.
2 weeks I'm where I live, and 2 weeks I'm over in Florida. So it's been a very slow going, but I think I might be getting to the end. And of course, I love it. I love The Witcher. And then after this, I'm going to play Red Dead Redemption.
The best Red Dead game is actually Red Dead Revolver. It was on the PlayStation 2 and I think the
Oh
360.
God, you said Red Dead Redemption. All I'm gonna say is if Vex is in here, she's gonna be like, oh God, Red Dead, that's my favorite game.
Revolver's the better one. Where the
Well,
character's actually named Red.
oh, well, that too. Well, I've heard
But
that
are
the
they dead?
story. Yeah, the story is like a great
His family is.
Western that is just as good as any of the great movies.
Yeah, well, the story's even better in the first one.
Okay.
The original Red Dead game,
Oh my
Revolver.
goodness.
Yeah, you can ask Lethal,
Oh,
Greece's number one simp. Ask
he
him
is
what
my
the best
number
Red.
one simp. Yes,
Ask
you're my
him what
number.
the best. Ask him what the best Red Dead game is. He'll tell you the
Okay,
same thing.
I'll listen to Lethal. I do whatever he tells me to.
He'll tell you the same thing.
Well, before you were even freaking born, I think, I was playing the original Mario Brothers on the original Nintendo. And the Super Mario Brothers 2, it took an entire summer to play it. And back then we couldn't save the game. So when you died, you had to just go back to the very beginning of the game and continue on.
And you left it on so you didn't lose your save point.
Exactly. But I had 2 siblings. So if they wanted to play, it's like, damn. Or my mom's sitting there, she wants to play Zelda. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And we'd have to read it to her because she's mostly blind. And it's just like, so I had to fight my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and my dad too, because he and my mom liked to play together. They used to play the Tetris. So I think that was a little bit after. So the struggle was real.
I started mowing lawns at 7 so I could buy my own Sega. So no one else was allowed to play the Sega and they could go play the Super Nintendo. But the Sega was mine.
Well,
So I
well
played a
done.
bunch of Sonic. Yeah. I mowed every single lawn on our neighborhood every 2 weeks. So I can buy a Sega and then play the Sega games.
Well,
I was an entrepreneur. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I started playing Helldivers. Have you seen anyone play that or heard about it?
No, but I suck, so don't take my word for it.
So it's
I've heard of it, but I haven't particularly taken a look into it.
So it's basically like the Starship Troopers movie. Not really the same as the books. Cannoli, what's up, Cannoli?
We got cannoli in the house.
Cannoli isn't very far from me that I know of, since he's been open about where he is. So I might have to be like, hey, let's go get some pizza and see if he'll go with me. But it's like the Starship Troopers movies, right? They're spreading democracy through the bugs, and you also get to fight like robots too. But basically, you go in, you drop into these pods, and you go fight a bunch of bugs, and you shoot them, and you blast them, and you bring democracy to them. So you're bringing democracy to the bugs, and it's pretty ridiculous. It's going to be my Sunday game to go play with my friends. But yeah,
democracy. How do bugs vote?
With their dead bodies, of course. The more they're dead, the more I get to vote. You know?
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like we kill all of them, and then we take over their planet, and we vote there on what happens to that planet. So we're bringing democracy, but
Oh, I
killing
see
all
what
of
you're
them.
saying. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
an idiot. Yeah, okay, I got you. I was taking you too literally. I'm sitting here being the political scientist. It's like, what the hell? I didn't. You need to laugh when you tell a joke or something.
You just kill all the bugs and take over their home planet, and you're like, now we're voting here. This is
Gotcha.
mine. Yeah.
Well,
So
if you're
it's
like some
spreading
people that
democracy.
are losing their crap, they're thinking that there shouldn't be a Supreme Court. Now, suddenly the Supreme Court is a threat to democracy.
Well, that's because they didn't get taken out by the Helldivers, and they don't have the right votes.
There
Maybe
we
they'll
go.
have to become a Helldiver and go take care of the bugs, and then they'll get the right to vote.
We heard it here first.
Join the resistance against the bugs to spread democracy across the super Earth. Yep.
Yeah. But technically, I believe the representative republic is superior to a democracy.
Well, do you get to kill bugs in a republic or a
Oh yeah, I kill
representative
them all the
republic?
time.
Oh, then
I
there you
live in
go.
Texas. Are you kidding me? We have monster bugs. We have like Australian bugs.
I believe that. I'm busting my democracy all over chat. I believe it. I believe it.
Hello. Yeah, Triple M. Some people call me Triple M. They think it's easier, and it probably is. For the 3 M's.
Well, it's easier to type.
You are correct.
I've been playing some ridiculous games that Helldiver being the most ridiculous, but the one that got me like all the subscribers, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, this one right here. It's like ridiculous to play because I have like 200 hours into this game and I still haven't 100%ed it because you have to get everything done in the journal. And to get everything done in the journal, you have to basically get every weapon maxed with every character. And in order to do that, that takes about like 40 hours of grinding. And I'm just doing all of that now. And then,
have you played a Final Fantasy game?
Yeah, I've played some Final Fantasy games.
No, I'm just saying that's like Final Fantasy in a nutshell. You want to 100% them. I mean, I wouldn't say the newer games are like that. I don't really think 15 and 16 were particularly hard to 100% if you wanted to, but a lot of the older ones were.
Yeah, but I think this campaign's only 10 hours. So the fact that you have to grind for 40 hours in non-campaign settings just to be able to grind the weapons. And a lot of these fights are hard. So you're going through all this shit to get them, and it's ridiculous. And Blue-Eyed Scorpio thinks he hates Final Fantasy Rebirth. Why is that? I haven't played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth yet. I know you're a big Final Fantasy fan. Have you? I know you said you haven't played the second part, but you've played the first part already, right?
Yeah, I played the first part. One of the things I will say is I get why some people don't like it because it's not exactly staying 100% true to the story. However, at the same time, when I do particularly like it and stuff. I mean, it's not just the graphics. I do like some of the changes they made, and I'm curious to see how they take it. I haven't played Rebirth yet, but then again, I'm extremely backed up because I've been so busy with other things. There's several games that I'm still trying to get through. I just bought the latest Sword Art Online game. I love their games. And I'm only about 20% done with that. I still have to buy the Cyberpunk Edge Runners game. Obviously, I got to get Rebirth, and there's like 2 other games on my want list. But the problem is even though I work from home and I don't work for anyone anymore, like I quit my job at the beginning of the year, and I literally work for myself now. you would think I'd have all this time in the world. No, I spend so much time reinvesting time into Animaniacs that by the time I get around to playing a video game, I only have like an hour to play per week. So I'm just like, oh God, I want to play, but I'm so tired. And then
Yeah.
other times I'm like, I'm going to take today off. I'm going to play some video games. I'm going to have fun. And then I'll start and I'm like, but I could be doing this.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, I guess I'll work.
So,
It's about being a grown up.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, grown up being adulting, I think is what it's called, sucks. I'd rather just be my goofy self all the time. But so next week I was supposed to talk about Ace of the Diamond, which is like a baseball anime, and it has like 176 episodes or something like that. And or no, 100 and no, I think each season has like 75. So I think it's only 150. But it has too many episodes for me to go over because I've just been playing this game, playing the Overlord Unicorn or Unicorn Overlord demo, just like practicing and doing the videos on that. And now I'm playing Helldivers as well, that I forgot to watch the anime, so I won't be able to finish it by the time it's there. So I'll probably just do another baseball anime, which is pretty easy to finish because there's like.
Do you want a really good baseball anime?
What is a really good baseball
so-
anime?
I just did like a whole podcast of underrated gems, and there's an anime that a lot of people either missed or never even heard of, and it's called Cross Game.
Cross Game?
I can't remember exactly how many episodes. It's under 24. I know that, but it's about more than just baseball. But the baseball is good in it.
Cross Game. That looks like Mix.
Is a very good anime.
It looks.
No, Mix
like-
is different. Mix is a different anime altogether and stuff. But I get why you would say that.
Well, the first thing I saw, it looked like the characters looked very similar right off the bat.
Well,
Like,
you know, that's the timeline of anime. So
yeah,
you gotta
like
keep
I'm
in mind, the older
looking,
the anime becomes, the more they start looking like each other.
yeah, I'm looking at like this the thumbnail they have for episode 4, and I literally feel like I'm looking at Toe from what's it called? From Mix.
No, but it's a different anime. You should definitely check it out, though. I think you would like it.
All right. I got to figure out where to watch it, though.
I really shouldn't be saying this as an Animaniacs account.
Put it.
I really shouldn't be saying this as Animaniacs and stuff, but I'm not on my account right now. Just do 9 anime. Actually, wait, I forgot they changed their name to AnaWave. AnaWave.to.
Okay, so we didn't say that on the stream, but all right, just put it in the private chat so I can click it later. But yeah, I gotta catch up on some more anime, and I've been watching all these.
Oh, word of advice though: if you click that link and stuff, do it on the Brave browser.
Brave browser. All right, I'll do it in the Brave browser.
Mainly because it's unwatchable on Google.
Oh no, I understand that. I'll open it in a different one. But I've been watching so many isekais just for this show that I'm doing on Wednesday with Sporking News Podcast that I watched one about a vending machine, and I was
gonna make a joke comment about that too, but you already watched it.
Have you seen that? It's like
I refuse to watch it because I don't care. It's a freaking vending machine. Why would you do some shit like that?
It's so ridiculous that I was like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me with this right now?" And the only reason why is this person right here made a joke that I watched it and I I ended up watching it as a joke, and I was like, "This is so ridiculous that it's funny." And then that last episode of it gets dark for like 5 minutes, and I was like, "Holy shit! I didn't even realize this is the same anime," because that's how much it changed. But it was okay. Nothing I'm going to be like, dude, you have to go watch this anime. I'll say you can watch the first episode and see some funny stuff. But I think like episode 4 is really weird because he turns into like a condom dispenser at one point, and you're like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
It must have been close to its mandatory beach episode.
Yeah, I don't think they might have a beach episode. I don't even remember. It's not good enough for me to be like, yeah, it's like amazing. But I know it was. Feels like everything is a mini game in that. Well, I was just watching someone play soccer with dogs for Final Fantasy VII, so I don't know.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Airbud.
Oh, well, that's the same thing, right? Soccer with dogs and Final Fantasy VII.
I know, right?
I don't think there's a difference.
I heard soccer. I love soccer. So whatever it is, I approve.
Would you play soccer with like dogs and have the dogs play soccer?
That would be actually the best kind of soccer. That would be amazing.
There's no rules that says dogs can't play.
Yeah.
I mean, dogs are awesome to play with. I would rather play with dogs rather than humans half the time.
I have to say there's like
Airbud played more than just basketball.
There's like 7 Airbud movies now, and there's Airbud puppies, and they play soccer. And there's like, I think, hold on, let me Google this. How many Airbud movies are there? Okay, there's Airbud. Airbud Golden Receiver.
Yep.
Airbud World Pup. Airbud 7th Inning. Oh, he played baseball? Airbud Spikes. Air Buddies. Snow Buddies. Space Bunnies. Santa Bunnies. Spooky Buddies. Treasure Bunnies and Super Bunnies. I don't know if those bottom ones are all sports, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 Airbuds. Yeah, there's so many. There's so many Airbuds.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I made the comment. I've seen them all. I've been on a binge of like a lot of the 90s, early 2000s movies, just because I feel like movies were a lot better back then and stuff. I just got done rewatching the Three Ninjas trilogy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember Three Ninjas, Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum.
Yeah, I was going to make a joke earlier when she was talking about the not the Super Nintendo, the regular Nintendo, because they were playing, I think it was Super Mario 3 in the first one, and they would like they would just shut off the TV and jump in the bed pretending they were asleep. They would never actually shut off the game. Yeah. But I love the Airbud movies. I used to watch them all the time because I have a bunch of golden retrievers. So for me, watching my dogs watch the golden retriever on the TV was like one of the funniest things ever. And then I was like, I would try to teach my dog how to play basketball afterwards. And so I tried to teach my dog how to play basketball. So we had to use like a different ball to like start. And I would get them to like try to shoot, and we could never actually make the basket. But they were actually really good at catching the football and running. So I played football with my dogs. That was fun. But yeah, Airbud, bunch of golden retrievers. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, animals are amazing, but could cats ever do it? That's the question.
No, they're too aloof and they want nothing to do with you and stuff 9 times out of 10. Unless you're Vex Electronica's cats, and then they won't leave you alone.
Well, they have a way of going. They have a way of going around the people that don't like them.
Well, your cats like to ruin your streams, don't they?
Well, yeah. Well, they're very needy little things. Like one of them is very vocal, and the other one, he tr- he came and like jumped up and down on the keyboard. Were you there when that happened? And were you in the chat? I forget. And
I
I
think
was
so.
like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, if you were banned, please let me know because he was muting things, he was pinning things. I don't know what he did, and it's probably my fault because I should probably lock them out. But if I lock them out, then they'll like bang against the door like a bunch of psychopaths.
That makes sense.
I used to hate when I let my cats outside and stuff. This is before I moved into the apartment I am in now. I can't have animals here and stuff, and they were technically the landlord's pets and stuff. But I used to hate they'd want to go outside, so I'd let them outside, and then when they'd want to finally come in, I'd open the door and they'd just stand there and look because they're acting like they want to come in. They'd be like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah. Sometimes I think they're just messing with you to see.
Oh yeah,
See,
definitely.
Definitely.
let's see if the human will do this.
Yeah, I think cats try to manipulate people all the time.
Yeah.
It
Well,
makes
right
sense to me.
now, one's in a little pillow next to me, and another is in a little bed next to me. So they're both asleep. So they're leaving us alone. Uh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
What are they doing
Speaking of
now?
sociopaths, oh nothing. One
Oh,
just looked
me?
and was looking cute. Oh yeah. Well, you of course. I always out you for what you are. And by the way, I haven't had a chance to type to everyone, but yeah, Dan Blackward, he's awesome. You know, Blue Wide Scorpio rather, and then Emmy M's. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with you. Hello.
Uh,
Um,
she's one of my friends.
yeah, I don't know if you're on Twitter. Let's follow each other.
I don't think she
Wow.
has social media at all, except
Oh, that's a good thing.
maybe I forgot which one she had, but it's not important.
Ooh, cold.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like
She's not
knowing.
important. Never mind. No,
I think it's
gotcha.
one I don't have, so it doesn't matter.
Fair enough. Well, she obviously is here on YouTube because otherwise she wouldn't be in the chat.
Oh, I guess maybe that's the only one. But
Well,
yeah, we
then
went to
again,
the.
pre-installed on everybody's phone.
Yeah, I think it's automatically installed no matter what, and you can't uninstall it.
There are some things where I keep trying to tell people they're only as big as they are because they monopolize it and people don't even realize it's monopolized. YouTube is one of them. The only reason it's as popular as it is because it comes pre-installed on everybody's phone. Otherwise, you know, I don't think YouTube's all that great of a platform, in my opinion. I think it used to be a better platform than it is now and stuff, with the way their leadership is and stuff. The only reason it maintains its popularity is, like I said, it comes pre-installed on everyone's phone, and it's been there for so long that people think, oh, YouTube is the spot to go on. No, there's so many other options you can do. Just people just don't even realize it.
And one of the problems with YouTube is they have that bot, like the algorithm bot, that just goes through and like, you have reused content. You have reused content. And it's like you could be a brand new channel and just have like 3 videos that you made by yourself, and you'll get a message from that YouTube bot, and they'll be like, you have reused content. You can't do any of this. And it's like, what is going on?
Try to do that to me because I'm going to turn around and immediately be like, you know, it's funny because we're told as creators to reuse your content, but like reform it in different ways. You know, take your content and turn them into shorts and this and that, so on and so forth, because that's what you're supposed to do. But you're sitting here and tell me I have to like spend 5 times as much and stuff to make completely brand new content to promote. Like, no, that makes no sense. Like, I'm going to take small clips from my podcast and I'm going to reuse that content to promote my content. Oh, you like this little clip from this? This is from my podcast. Check it out. I'm not going to go make a whole clip about my podcast. Like,
yeah.
You know, what are we doing here at YouTube?
Yeah. I think once they get that bot fixed, it would fix a lot of things, because I'm just watching like a whole bunch of people get demonetized for reused content, and everything's like original. Like Jay's History of Pirates channel which is one of my favorite channels on YouTube. And they're actually doing Captain Kidd, who is Ryuji's persona in Persona 5. So I'm going to watch that after this stream because that podcast is going on right now. But like a week after they got monetized, they got this is all your content is reused content on that stream. So for like a week, I was spamming X/Twitter, being like, "Fix this, fix this." But it's just
that one
ridiculous.
was weird. Here's a question: if people wanted to false flag, can that somehow trigger something like that, like a manual review?
Well-
Because it just seems weird that certain accounts tend to get that quote unquote reused content, and then I've
Well-
never had any problem with it.
Well, that's the thing that's the other problem with YouTube is there is no protection for creators like at all. So there's a lot of false takedowns, people who impersonate companies and stuff just to try to target you and remove your videos or get you into trouble with YouTube or get your entire channel taken down. I've actually seen people where this has happened to. And they just impersonate these companies, which is why I can't stand there. For example, if you have a copyright thing on your account, you can file a claim to try to get it removed. But the fact of the matter is even if you're 100% right on it and stuff, YouTube will always take the side of whoever filed the claim, even if they don't actually technically own the rights to it at all. Even if none of it's actually their content because it belongs to a different company and they're impersonating it. So that, for example, I had a lot of times what I'll do is most videos, which I don't post a ton on YouTube, and it's because of this reason. Because what I do is anime, so I have to reuse some content, but I completely transform it and I basically promote these shows. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll leave it in private and file these claims and stuff to try to get it removed. Be like, listen, I'm trying to promote these shows, including yours, blah, 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 blah. This is fair use in the way that I'm using it and stuff. If you don't agree, just let me know. And I just will use something else. And some of these companies, I had one video that was private and stuff, and one of them, instead of just being like, no, I don't want you to use it or just rejecting the claim, they're like, no, not only are we going to reject your claim, we're going to put a copyright takedown on your account and get your channel in trouble for it. On a completely private video. I had no intention of making it go public until these claims are removed. Which I think the way YouTube has that set, there should be no copyright strike on a copyright takedown if it's a private video, if you ask me.
Yeah, and it will automatically do it too. So like they'll be like, yeah, because they have bots that go.
I have a permanent warning on my account because I violated a rule, and that's what it was from. It was a copyright takedown.
That's wild. And it's interesting, like I said, and I don't know if they're ever going to be able to fix it, but the whole idea then when a few days later, they're like, oh, oops, our bad, you're okay, but you still lose the money. That's the part
you don't get the money.
Yeah, that's the part I can't imagine is legal. I am sure there's some sort of loophole. It seems to be a little bit shady. Now there are some people, or I'm not calling anyone out. I've just seen this where the reused content, it really is reused content. I mean, they scored a little too close to the sun.
Oh god, let's talk about the golden hour guy on that one and stuff. The guy literally does the same video over and over again. He just changes the settings of where he is to do golden hour over and over again. He has like, I want to say close to 500 videos of golden hour, and it's just like, I get it, it's an okay song and stuff, but why is it every freaking video you have to talk about this? And is what you're telling me that you're so mundane, so boring that you came up with one one song that puts you on the map, but you can't come up with anything new. You have to reuse this content a year later and stuff by making a new video about, oh, let's see how fans react to me playing the piano golden hour, at the Tokyo subway or something and stuff. And it's like, dude, shut up.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, but it sounds actually quite dull.
It is. I get so annoyed. And like I said, it's an okay song. Like a lot of people really like it, but it's okay. It's not a bad song by any means. But when your entire channel becomes all about just one song, like why don't you spend some time working on your next hit? Why is it a year later you're still making videos on a consistent basis about your one song? I get it, it's your content, but it's getting kind of old.
Is Golden Hour the song from Full Metal Alchemist, or is that Golden Time?
I think that's Golden Time.
Okay.
Golden Hour was this guy. I think he originally posted it on TikTok, I want to say, and it like blew up, started his whole career. Now he goes on tours singing it and stuff. But like I said, he just, all his content is just that song.
Okay.
On the other hand, I can not completely fault if it's what makes you money.
Well, my whole point is you want to talk about reusing content. And here I am trying to promote my podcast, and this guy's been milking his same freaking song for over a year. You know what I mean? I'm getting hit with, well, I haven't yet and stuff. Fellow creators and people I've communicated with are getting hit with reusing their content to promote their content, but this guy's been reusing that one song and making videos over that one song for so long, but damn well he ain't getting hit with reused content, and that's my issue. It's like, come on, man.
Oh yeah, inconsistency. No one likes inconsistency. I apologize if I misunderstood. It's not fair, and I think that that's part of it as well. I think that people could understand. People would be okay with it if we could at least see some consistency. In general, people react to justice, and if something is perceived as being unjust, that's where things get really uncool. And whether you're talking about society, whether you're talking about YouTube, whether you're talking about kids on the playground, and it does, it kind of, it ticks me off just hearing about some of these stories.
Oh, I could have told you YouTube was unjust because of my first channel, Virtual Gaming World. The same one I put that video I was talking about with the how to get a golden chocobo without racing. I ever tell you why I don't have that channel anymore?
I think you told me that was something about like a strike or something. I don't remember exactly.
No, that was on this channel. So the reason I don't have the Virtual Gaming World channel anymore, and I just stopped altogether on that, I quit YouTube for a couple years after it. At the time, I had around 10,000 subscribers, and I was growing rapidly. And the whole reason I lost the channel was right around the time of the Logan Paul Japanese suicide forest incident. And then YouTube came out with policies that instead of punishing Logan Paul for what he did, they decided to punish small creators. So I made not one, not two, but 3 different videos bashing YouTube. And anyone who knows about YouTube's takedown requests and all that other stuff will know that it says who filed for the request. All 3 of those videos got copyright takedown requests, and if you get 3 of them in a 90-day span, they'll remove your channel. You want to take a wild guess who filed on all 3 of those? And mind you, they were all videos talking about how this was not a good policy, how it's a bad look for YouTube and stuff, and basically just bashing YouTube for what they said. But I did it in a professional way. You want to take a wild guess who filed the copyright takedowns? And it was the same. It was the same company for all 3.
Was it YouTube?
It was YouTube Corporation. So YouTube filed copyrights on something they own no copyright on because I use none of YouTube's assets at all. to remove my content because it was starting to gain traction on their platform and stuff. Because all three of those videos, the reason I had three of them is because they were doing really well. So I was expanding further on it. And I think the first one got, I want to say it was around like 600,000 views. So I like did 2 more videos, and YouTube was like, nope, don't like that. So they completely removed my channel. And after that, I quit for a couple years because it's like, I put like 5 years of, every time I came home from work, I'd come home and start working on a video. I'd have videos released like 4 or 5 days a week and stuff. And on top of that, I was like streaming on the platform, all that other stuff. I was spending almost as much, if not more time, working on my YouTube channel than I was working at work and getting about 4 hours of sleep at night, only for YouTube to pull the rug on my channel. And back then I realized that YouTube is just unjust. YouTube doesn't care about their creators. They care about their image, but then again, they keep slandering their own image. So.
Yeah, but we're celebrating me hitting 300 on YouTube because nowhere else wants me,
Yeah, they are overlords, so we love them. I mean,
anyways, we're at 300.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I think the key is, with some exception, don't put all your eggs in the basket.
Oh, that's the hard lesson I learned. That's a hard lesson I learned because back then I just refused to do like Twitter and everything else. So I lost everybody. I lucked out that a couple of my regulars from the old channel found me when I restarted. But I lost basically my entire fan base because if I would have still had them and stuff, like I would have been a lot bigger than I am now. And it's a shame, but it is what it is. Lesson learned. So that's why wherever I am, I try to make I try to have them go to different platforms. So that way, if I lose one, I got the others.
Yeah.
So lesson learned, never put all your eggs in one basket.
For sure. And have a real life job just in case. I really do feel for the people that do quit their normal jobs because like, hey, look at all this. And then something like this happens. But on the other hand, I've had a very positive experience with YouTube so far.
Lucky.
Well, like I said, so far, because I'm just now getting to. Well, I passed 1,000, and I'm well past 1,000 now, and monetized and all that. And ask me in a year if something weird happens.
I'm waiting for you to get hit for reused content in a week.
Yes, exactly. Speaking of which, speaking of reused content, yes, Steve is right. Yeah, we're going to go back to positive. Yes. So I don't know if you wanted to read that, Biggles.
Hi there, Biggles and company. Congrats on 300. Well deserved and well earned. I think that's what it meant to say, but yeah.
Yes. Yay. Yes. And so, yes, we're here to love YouTube. We love our overlords. We will bend over and grab those ankles.
Yeah.
In my case, they're probably cankles.
Yeah. No, but he's right. He's right. Well earned. And you just keep going. It sounds like what you're doing is really hitting that. Is it the algorithm? I don't know what's happening that's made you had
probably
such a great month. Yeah. So let's keep riding that.
Oh, yeah.
In a good way.
I mean, just because I don't do certain things, like I love seeing fellow creators succeed, regardless what I'm doing and stuff. Like I don't care if they're doing significantly better than me or hitting small milestones. I love seeing fellow creators succeed because, it makes me happy seeing that their passion, what their passion is resonating with their audience. So I definitely look forward to your next big milestone of 400, then 500, then 1,000, so on and so forth. Like, keep it up, man.
Yeah. I'm going to try. That's the whole goal. But we are hitting an hour
here. There is no try.
Right? Well, Yoda was wrong about something, okay? Yoda was wrong about Luke being the chosen one because now it's Rey.
Well, no, Luke wasn't the chosen one. It was Anakin.
Oh yeah, but whatever. He was wrong about everything because now it's Rey because Disney Star Wars were in Star Wars. Okay, but we're coming up on an hour. And I usually don't take these over an hour unless we're playing around with the tier list and it's taking too long. So I'm going to end this now that we hit the hour mark. So thank you, everyone. Do you guys want to put your links or give me your links in the private chat and I'll put them in the chat? Or just
Sure.
tell people where to find you and we'll go from there.
Okay.
And then we'll go.
Well, if I had a wrench, but no, you can find me here on YouTube, Miss Martin Muses, where I talk about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. Tomorrow, we're gonna talk about some sad stuff. We brought the spirit of George Lucas. We're not going to talk about George Lucas. We're going to be talking about Irish history, the Easter Rising up through the Civil War, 1916 to 1923, with Potato Revan, the man from Waterford. So if you don't know about some of that sad history, come and be sad with us, but it will be very informative, especially this month of March. And I'm going to be doing a lot more, some of my live streams, a lot of Lord of the Rings is coming up, and what do we love? What do we like to watch? And maybe some more pub crawls.
Pub crawls are fun.
Yeah.
I was on a pub crawl.
Yes, you were. You were one of my first ones. And by the way, stay tuned because I want us to do the Once Upon a Time in Wonderland thing. But I'm gonna pimp you, Biggles, that maybe we can't all sub over and over again to him. I don't do that because YouTube will find that as a bot. But what we can do is watch his material and help him with the watch hours. So if you haven't watched some of Biggles' videos or his live streams, go ahead and do that right now, early and often. So let's help him get the watch hours. So when he does get the 500 subs, he will be able to get those super chats.
There we go. All right. And I found both your links, so I put them both in there.
Oh,
and I see, wait, Jock Nerdy, you reinstated your YouTube? Sorry, I saw that, so I got distracted. So that is the hour mark, and we're heading out. But it looks like Jock Nerdy is still trying to beat me because he returned to YouTube. And that's how I'm going to end it. So we're going to do this.
Biggles is here. Hi, says I could be a hooker. Biggles, will your hooker name be